She said, Dicey, your son took my son in the alleyway at gunpoint last night and stripped him of everything he had. I said, well, what you come tell me for? Did you call the cops? She says, no, Dicey, because you know how you... I said, no, it ain't like that. On the sake of being loyal to me, she didn't. She didn't, but I did. The young man that you robbed, his uncle was named after your uncle. You did the wrong thing. You robbed family. And I said he did 5 years in prison.
Ms. Dicey, you really remind me of my grandmother a lot. I think that was like why when I knocked on your door and asked for your support. And I'm looking at the results of crack hitting black communities so hard in the 80s. You know, my mom being someone who struggles with substance abuse, and my father who's been a product of the criminal justice system. But I'm also looking at the communities that's a product of these same exact circumstances when it comes to their parents.
Nasi had been gone 18 years. He wound up getting killed by a young man who lives around in Logan. I knew him just like he was one of my own. I told him I ain't getting no high blood pressure. I ain't dying before my time. This right here is off of me. I'm giving this back to you. I want you to know that I forgave you. Took him on just as one of my kids, you know, because I knew all of them. And I had somebody say to me, well, how could you forget a family? And I said, just as many tears as I was wiping at my house, I was wiping at theirs.
You talked about being a dual victim, right? Not only have your children been to jail, but your children has also been murdered in the streets of Philadelphia. So I'm not talking to moms like yourself, and you know, and I hear the stories. You know, you just want a system that's equally yoked that allows your child to be able to bounce back.
But they still somebody, even in prison. They still have rights, even in prison. They don't have them programs no more. You know, and those programs need to be put back.
Putting a person in a room that's, you know, smaller than the smallest bedroom in someone's house. If, you know, if they're being held accountable for something, they're still a human being. And then just making sure that services are provided for like people like yourself, because, you know, losing a child is something that you're going to be faced with for the rest of your life.
So I just thank you for taking on this here spill, even as a young man.
But you know, this vote is bigger than me, right?
I
This
know.
vote, this justice is on the ballot on May 17th.
Absolutely.
It's not about Andre.
Yes.
You know, it's not about Ms. Dicey. It's about justice. And the change is available. You gotta earn it. You gotta fight for it.
You gotta fight for it.
So,
That's right.